Hello everyone, welcome back to Review in Peace with me, Jerkui the Monster. Today we are going to review the Boulay Brothers Dragula Titans Season 2, Episode 8, the Supervillain episode. Before we continue to the video, please kindly like, comment, and subscribe to the video so I can create more drag contents in the future. Once you already subscribe, like, and comment, now let's just go to the review. So we get back to the lab, which is... it's just crazy because Sigourney just sent home by Eva, and from the vibe that I get, it was like Eva very confident with the choice they made. This is all of the monster really thought that Eva was making a crazy bold move. However, from Eva's perspective, it was like until when Sigourney start plead their case in the cauldron, when Eva thought that it was the right time for Eva to send home Sigourney. For me, it was a bold move. Eva can do whatever Eva wants with the privilege. So yeah, kudos to Eva to being brave enough to send home Sigourney. Based on the last week's look as well, for me, Sigourney deserved to go home because it is really, really simple. From the performance, all of them killing it. Now, just based on the looks. And I do think that Sigourney's looks was just like so simple. From this top 5, we kind of guaranteed that most of this top 5 never have been in the finale before. So it was a lot of them really happy about it because I'm quite happy because this top 5, I'm quite shocked, but this is the top 5 that is really fresh to see. They have like this conversation between the oldies and then the newbies. The newbies, they were just like coming from the old season of Dragula versus the newer season of Dragula, which is Avora and Eva from the old season, and JK, Joharia, and Cynthia, 3 of them came from the latest season, which is the newer season. I'm quite love this dynamics between the old and the new contestant fighting for the chance to the finale. I'm super duper excited that I think this is clearly show that the oldies and the newbies, both of them get an amazing side to show their drag. I really loved it because we could see Eva and Avora really capable on what they shown so far. Same as well with Cynthia, JK, and Joharia. So each of them have their own strong points and also weak points. Then we move on to the challenge issuing, which is the Supervillain, which is this challenge were on season 3. It was brought back right now. I'm super duper excited about the Supervillain team because I am a fan of Power Rangers and I always relate to the villain rather than the heroes. So I'm in love with this team, to be honest, and I'm glad that this team get back to the Titan season. One thing, I wish they have a fright feed on this episode. Fright feed, maybe something, like do something. Because Vander, we need Vander back. Clearly top 5 needs something like fright feed, I guess, like maybe a lie detector test or something. We need something because the episode for me feels so fast. However, this is the semifinals of Dragula Titans, so I quite get the vibe that this is the time that they need to focus on the competition. But for me, being the one that is really in love with twists and turns, I hope they bring the fright feed. I'm waiting for a fright feed moment. However, we did not get any fright feed moment this episode. And some of the cauldron moments when the monster get ready. Avora, it is so crazy for me. Avora, like just making a mess. Like legit, the Boulay's picture got fell down because of Avora mess. I don't know what is going on with Avora. Avora is very crazy, really unique. However, this is legit next level crazy. I don't know. This is truly a mess for me. And I'm quite happy with this vibe, which is the monster enjoying their time, enjoying their last time probably together before the finale, which is the finale is more focused, and this is the vibe when they got make fun of each other. So I'm quite in love with this dynamics in the lab. Now let's move on to the floor show. The boulets looks so amazing. You know from me from the previous review in peace, you can watch it right now on YouTube, that I really love a long gown. I wish it was not a short gown for me. However, the wig really amazing. This is really campy for me. Yeah, from the waist up, really love it. From the waist down, I wish it was a long gown to make it more like avant-garde Boulet Brothers villain look. And I also clocked the mask. The mask is the same with season 6 mask on Holiday of Horrors episode. Yeah, it's okay. We love some reusable queen. We love some recycled queen. And the guest judge, I think it's really impressive because they brought people that is really well known of the comic books realm. The first guest is Todd McFarlane. I'm sorry if I pronounced it wrong. And also we have, what's the name, the comic book mastermind of Rat Justice League of America, Steve Orlando, which is the two of them really on their element, which is I'm in love with this episode. Really, I think the Boulets are really happy the outcome of this episode, gathering the guest judge as well. So now let's review the looks. First up, we have Eva Destruction. You could see from my makeup, I'm inspired by Eva green villain look. This is so amazing for me. When the first time Eva came out, it is really amazing for me. The smoke, also amazing touch. The green, the neon green, I love when the lights were off, Eva start glowing. The move as well is very theatrical, really like villainous. This villain will kill you with the smoke. This is so amazing for me. I do not have any negative thing to say. Yeah, this is amazing. This is legit the top bar standard when Eva came out. This is amazing. I do not have negative thing to say. Really, really well done. Next is JK. JK coming up as a roach. The look itself, it's quite nice for me. It is amazing. It's giving Power Rangers villain. However, I wish that the mouth thing, they could have been like prosthetic to make it blending with the face. Like I could see this is like a somewhat like a mouth attached. So yeah, I know probably it's JK's brand that does not use prosthetic, but the makeup is so amazing, and I really love when they put side by side Eva and JK. It was like an amazing color palette, green and orange. This is amazing, but I wish from the looks, I wish that the wings were bigger, I guess, more grande. The suit itself, the color palette is really amazing. However, I wish like the hair not down here. I wish like the hair just like some of a little bit up and then go down. Yeah, because roaches, yeah, cockroach, just, yeah, I wish the hair not really that down. I wish to put like a structure up first and then go down and give a little bit of orange vibe of the hair. But it's still a good look for me from JK. Yeah, I wish just a bit more grande from the wings and also the hair part. Other than that, it's still a great look for me. Next is Jaharia. To be honest, when Jaharia came out, I was like, girl. You know when there's a villain, there's like a main villain and then there's like a second commander villain that is probably not really the main character of the villain. This is what I'm getting from Jaharia's villain. It was like Jaharia was Eva's serpent. Like Eva is the main villain and then Jaharia is the second commander. I was like, when they put side by side, I was like, they both coming from the same villain world. The color palette, I really love it. However, Jaharia sometimes did not snitch with the corset for me. Yeah, maybe that's Jaharia's brand. However, I wish we could see the waist a little bit tighter, it could have changed the look, could have been more elevated for me. Like there's something like a belt something, and there's like probably Jaharia's symbol, villain symbol, to make this more villainous. And I do not know what's the power. Like there's no weapon. Yeah, Jaharia, I love you, but I'm so sorry, I do not like this look. But I want to like it so bad. But yeah, Jaharia. Love the color palette though. The color palette, stunning. But the look, yeah, could have been elevated for me. Next is Cynthia. Coming out as an ice. It was amazing. However, when I see the waist part of the ice, it is really apparent for me why the ice is different from the rest of the ice. I could see this is as a Power Rangers villain, and it was nice touch to see the face reveal. Do I like this look? Yes. But could have this look done better? Also, yes. Yeah, probably like there's a weapon, because like what makes Eva's look more amazing, because they had like a weapon. Cynthia's look is just like, I don't know what's the weapon here, what's the power as well. Yeah, I do not get what's the power. Yeah, I put this look as the safe look for me. Next is Abora. This is amazing. When Abora first came out, and then there's like a flying effect because of the stilts, this is amazing. When the first look, I was like, oh my god, this is crazy. But when I saw the character, it was like a Superman mixed with Joker. Then I was like, Abora, you could have done different characters. Like we could see some Abora characters is already like villainous. Why you do a Superman and Joker? Yeah, it was like a Superman mixed with Joker. Yeah, the stilt was a cool idea. However, the editor was so nice. Edited a certain way that Abora looks flying really amazing. Yeah, you know, the legs was just like there's no structure, and then they're just like hanging there at some point. Do I like this look? The more I look at it, the more I hate it. So let me just say that. Yeah, I wish it was just a Bora character. Like the nose, like bring somewhat like a wand or a sword or something. I love this theme of floor show. However, the one that is really amazing for me, just Eva. Eva lived up to my standard. Like Eva were the one who slayed this challenge, and I do agree that the win goes to Eva. Like I'm super duper agree. Like Eva the one is only the one who killing at this challenge. So well then Eva. I mean, yeah. So yeah, I do agree with the challenge win this episode. Like Eva were the one win this challenge, and Eva get a guaranteed spot on the grand finale of the Boulay Brothers Dragula Titan Season 2. Oh my god, congratulations! Yeah, third time's a charm. At least you could go to the finale and potentially win the season. So congratulations Eva! Oh my god! Yeah, and the rest of the monster will do the Titans one thing, that all of them will go to the ghostly gallows, which means this is a double elimination. Yeah, it's a double elimination. From this looks alone, I do think that JK will be safe. The one that will be probably in danger of elimination was Jaharia and Cynthia. Yeah, and on the cauldron, all of them really like plead their case, and also Cynthia. I love JK and Cynthia moment when Cynthia coming for Abora, and then JK was the one to say that Cynthia, on your lowest point, you don't need to bring someone else's down. So I'm really in love with JK on the cauldron. I'm super in love with this moment, and that was, I was just like, JK, oh my god, I love you this episode. And then the one that goes to the ghostly gallows, the first, when we got an amazing moment between JK and Cynthia. Then when the first time Swan said JK's name, I was like, oh, they will be pairing up with Cynthia. And I was right. Like JK and Cynthia, both of them ascend the staircase of souls, and then Cynthia dropped Yeah, probably because Cynthia does not have any win, and also the looks are amazing, but to be safe, to go advance to the finale of Titans, I don't think it's enough for me. So yeah, I quite agree with Cynthia drop to the Oblivion. I'm quite sad to be honest, but yeah, that's the name of the game. Next is Jaharia and Abora. I was like Jaharia will be dropped, and then I was right again. Jaharia was dropped to the pit of Oblivion. Yeah, I'm quite sad to see Jaharia go. Probably Jaharia, if they could just eliminate one person, it will be Cynthia. But yeah, this is Titans, double elimination. Then yeah, Jaharia also dropped to the Oblivion. And I was like, I'm so sad to see Jaharia goes because Jaharia has been killing it. However, this villain look, Jaharia, I was rooting for you. We are all rooting for you. How dare you? Like, Jaharia. And Jaharia explained on Twitter that this looks, it was a last minute look, so things did not go as well as planned. However, Jaharia still pulled up these amazing looks for me. But yeah, I do think it's not enough to move and advance to the grand finale. So we got our top 3, Eva, JK, and Abora. So congratulations, the 3 of them. Yeah, but the 3 of them for now, because we still have the Hellbound Showdown. Wow, okay, I'm quite excited to see next week's, because Drag said that next week's Last Supper we could see how this finale turns out. I'm super duper excited about next week's Last Supper and probably the last episode of the Hellbound Showdown. Yeah, between 3 person. Okay. And also, one thing that I noticed that they announced the challenge issuing for their grand finale floor show. They did not just do one floor show just like the first season of Titans. Yeah, you know, the fans were mad at the Boulets doing just one floor show. Right now, they fed up with the fans, they take notes, and they need to come up with 4 floor shows. And this is a new theme, which is the 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse. To be honest, I did not know what it is. Okay, I just searched on Google. The first is, there are conquest. The second theme is war. Yeah, war. Like war with swords. And okay, there are conquests, war, famine, and death. This is the 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse. This is a new theme, and they need to infuse drag, filth, horror, and glamour to this 4 Horsemen floor show. I'm quite excited to see this finale because not just drag, filth, horror, and glamour, but this is legit a brand new. Probably the grand finale will be top 4 because we still need to wait who will win the Hellbound Showdown. Now let's move on to the Hellbound Showdown. So, from the Hellbound Showdown, the 2 of them, Sigourney versus Blackberry. Okay, first when I saw the look, the one that is for me, really interesting for me was Blackberry. Blackberry come up with 2 face, and I get it, the story right away. It was like legit from a manga comic book. It is clearly a Japanese horror comic book. However, I think, where is the villain story of it? Yeah, that was my question mark. I get the comic part of it. However, the villain part, I did not get it at all. And then Sigourney. Sigourney, I love you. However, this is another dress. This is another black dress. I love the clock, the sand clock thing. Really love it. However, you need to put it manually. Really great touch for me. And I love that Sigourney has a weapon, which indicates villain. For me, both of them, they got 50-50 chance on who will stay on the Hellbound Showdown. Blackberry, even though I love the look, but it is just quite simple. However, the concept, it's nice. Yeah, but for me the looks are really simple. It's just like a Japanese high school outfit. But Sigourney, it is just a black dress. I could see this villain as a Power Ranger villain. Yeah, but however, the Power Ranger villain still more glamorous than this, coming from a glamour queen, Sigourney Beaver. And then the Boulets save Sigourney as the current reigning Hellbound showdown. Do I agree? Both of them got a 50-50 chance for me, so yeah. Blackberry looks more like a ghost for me, so I think I quite agree that's why Sigourney stayed. And when the weapon got pulled, it's kind of like a balloon. I'm so sorry, Blackberry. But I do agree, Sigourney still looks more villain for me. Yeah, so Sigourney won the Hellbound Showdown and I cannot wait next week. It will be 3-person fighting for the Hellbound Showdown. And I'm super duper excited on how the Hellbound Showdown will looks like next episode. Okay, so my thoughts. Who will win the Boulet Brothers Dragula Titan Season 2? I want to say just only one name. At first, I was Team Abora. But based on this episode, I think Eva also get an equal chance to win the crown. Eva villain look, it is so amazing for me. I was like, Eva also a real contender for the crown. Like it's between Eva and Abora right now for me. The crown is between the two of them. It is between Eva or Abora. Right now, it is really neck and neck. However, to make things a little interesting, I'm going to say the one that probably going to win the Boulet Brothers Dragula Titan Season 2 is Eva Destruction. However, Abora still also, for me, Abora still, yeah, but because of this villain look, I said, okay, Eva is gonna win the Boulet Brothers Dragula Titan Season 2 because of this villain look. Really set the bar high, really amazing for me. And yeah, now it's just come to the finale floor show and they got times to do this finale floor show, so I'm super duper excited. Alright guys, that's it, the episode of the Boulet Brothers Dragula Titan Season 2, Episode 8. Next week is the Last Supper. I'm still going to review and let's just talk about the Last Supper and let's tell more story, I guess, on the Last Supper and let's see how the Last Supper will go. I'm still going to review next week's episode, Episode 9. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the video so you do not miss when I upload a new video. Thank you so much for watching, all of you guys. See you on the next review. In peace. The Boulet Brothers Dragula Titan Season 2, Episode 9. See ya!